Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sussex Saturday on Wednesday. I am VS Speaks Royally. I can't believe it's the end of January. Like, where is the time going? The first month of 2024 is about to be in the books, at least for us in the US. Overseas is probably already closed out. So I'm sure there is a certain group of folks that wish they could close the book on things, but we'll get to that. So, ah, oh, see, Janine says, "Hey, everyone, it's 4:06 a.m. 221." So, woo, my gosh. God bless y'all for sitting up or being up this early. I don't know how you do it. I have to find a system once I'm full time YouTuber that I can do a rotating time frame. So that way it's like normal hours for everybody off overseas, so to speak. We'll see. We'll see how we do. Got to get to becoming a full-time YouTuber first. So let me get into this. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So again, our faves just, yeah, our faves are living life. They're happy, they're joyous. And then the others, maybe not so much. So I saw this out on the app formerly known as, and it just says latest hearing due next week in Harry's phone hacking claim against Mirror Group. So it was from Friday. It probably already happened. I have to go out and look and see if I can find any information. So it just said the latest hearing in the Duke of Sussex phone hacking claim against the Mirror News Group will be held next week. Of course, that's probably where the $2 million or £2 million figure has been floating around. So I just happened to see that and wanted to highlight that information, and I'll look for something. Hopefully I'll find something for Trash Thursday tomorrow. Um, Squatty Corner, I want to say thank you to Elaine, who dropped a super thanks after the live stream had ended. I want to give thanks to you and also to play this little song for you. One moment. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. So again, that was for Elaine. Thank you for the super thanks that you dropped on me after the live stream ended. Okay, so as I always say through the live streams, probably drive some of you crazy. And there's a link that's also being dropped by Nightbot. There is channel merch. You know, if I don't say anything, how would I ever get a sale, right? Anyway, there's Trash Time merch also. So you have your choice of items to pick from. And I know there's a color. Red or yellow, I think was the color. Okay. I have to look through comments again. Remind me who said that if you're in the stream, so that way I can pull it and actually get to it. If not by the weekend, yeah, because life is lifing through the week. So let me get into pre-trash time. There was this thought dropped by a well-known squatty account on the app formerly known as, but I just choose not to because, to show the name, but they're given full credit. This is just a screenshot of their thoughts. So the squatty says, I want to thank the British royal family and the British media for showing the world definitively, excuse me, that Meghan Markle could have been protected. Key words could have been protected, but they actively chose not to protect her when she was pregnant and had suicidal ideation. So, yeah, we to be more careful. What is this? Yeah, so we have to be very, 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 very careful. Just in not really careful, but you know how things have been going for the squatties, people coming at you at every direction, but just highlighting whenever we can that, they could have protected Meghan. They chose not to. It was a choice. They didn't welcome her. It was a choice. So I just like to highlight that. Let me check some of the comments while I go through. Let's see. And hello. Hello, everybody. Ruth. Hi, all. Hashtag where is Kate? You know what? Yeah, that seems to be the question of the day, evening, hour, minute, moment, seconds. You know what I mean? By squatties and a lot of the media outside the UK. I'm just. Francella says it's 3 a.m. in Korea. Woo! Y'all are dedicated. I don't know if I could keep my eyes open that long. I fight just to stay awake sometimes at 11:30 during the week to listen to um, Baron when he does a late. I say late, but it's not late for him. Let me see. Kid says, "Good afternoon, everybody. More winds and rain, California. Continuous prayers for Cynthia Thorpe." Oh yes, and for all the other squatties. Sis Hilda, if you're out in the clouds, hey to you. Let me come on. Francella says, so much BS from that royal family. Yeah, so we're gonna see some of it and just it's sad, but it's also ridiculous, and then it just makes you say, well, what the heck? But they don't care. They're just confuse the confuse the masses until they just say, who gives a F, and just walks away and just doesn't pay any attention anymore. But um, some have just, some thoughts that are a little bit morbid that, suddenly they're going to spring a situation. And actually, Anne, Duchess of Sussex, had her IG account suspended because of something I'm going to show here. Now, this is a headline that was in a newspaper, and so I better not catch no flack from nobody because all I'm doing is sharing a screenshot of a headline in a Dragloid paper, but you'll understand when you see. So anyway, kids are saying, Francella, they need to join. They need to just admit something is wrong with Kitty instead of this game of hide and seek. Yeah, they'll never do that. The narrative they ran with is what they can now not go to. Squad will be like, really? And I think world media would be like, excuse us, you told us this. So why were you doing all that? Yeah, cloak and dagger or hide and seek. Diane says, Kitty Kitty is in the witness protection program for when she's awake, if that's possible. Rest of the clan summoned to get one story, stick to it, and then shut up. Well, they always go. What's wrong with the two words, no comment? I don't get it. Scott got how are you? Let me see. CR, what is this? Kate's at her parents' house because her other 5 homes aren't good enough for her to recover in. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. All right. Let me get to Rafaela is saying hello. Up, CR says they can't admit it because it'll mean confirming Meghan did have suicidal thoughts because of them, and they purposely chose to not help her. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So now they have, yeah, well, I guess, hey, Cookies and Cream, how are you? I guess, as y'all have been calling her lately, Kitty is in a world of a heap of whatever trouble, but, 'tis life. She never stood up for Meghan. So anyway, since we're almost there, we are pretty much there. Here we go. It's your favorite time. Trash time. Trash time. Trash time. So it's trash time. Kivia, your timing is just perfect. So I'm going to, when I finish trash time, give you a shout out. My, I have to hold my phone during this live stream because if Kuja hears my phone vibrate for any particular reason, she loses her mind. So let me scroll on up here. So today, trending is Kate Middleton on the app formerly known as. So no, should be no surprises. Why? None. Okay. Um, But yeah, they brought it on themselves. That's all I can say. We've all keep saying that. So this is a headline from, well, this is a screenshot that I got from the app formerly known as, let me just take the banner down. Yeah, it doesn't show, you can see probably or tell. It was in this block, but it's from Everybody's Daily Fail. And in such, it is saying, putting a play on what the Queen said. It's been an annus horribilis for birthday girl CM. I'm not saying the name. Writes CJ. Her business collapsed and her family was targeted with abuse. But she's targeted others and specifically Meghan with abuse. So let's move on. But today, all thoughts will be on the health of her daughter, Kate, as she recovers from surgery. Whatever. So this was from today because it was updated. But whatever. Yeah. So moving right along. This is the screenshot. Is the screenshot of an article that was shared by another content creator on their Instagram, and that Instagram got suspended. She had tweeted it out on the app formerly known as. It's pretty deep what is in this wording, and DM needs to get their lives all the way together. All the way together. Trigger warning. Just going to say trigger warning. Okay. Because you shouldn't put other people's names twisted into a story, but that's what you always do with Meghan. And so y'all are just used to doing that. Nevertheless, as I have said, this copyright disclaimer, trigger warning, here we go. All right. This is from yesterday. It says pregnant primary school teacher 26 suffering same morning sickness as KM killed herself after medical care contributed to a deterioration in her mental health, coroner rules. So to even have put her title, because I wasn't even saying the title, to put her title in that headline, what are y'all trying to tell everybody that you won't really tell everybody? Because it's just the oddest thing to see. Many, unfortunately, struggle and suffer with a severe case of morning sickness. Many millions of women, I will say. It's not just the one, and they struggle. She struggled, she survived, she went through, she had 3 healthy children. Now I need y'all to cut the shit. What y'all printed was disgusting. IG needs to get their lives too because to suspend an account and you're sharing what has been out there. It's a headline from a publication. Okay, I'm gonna move on. So, this was from yesterday, proof of life that, or Monday, whatever day, the king left the hospital. So, there was also reports that Cosplay left the hospital as well. Well, no one saw a picture of her actually leaving. So there are bots out here on the app formerly known as, and this is a bot because look at the hair color. Come on now. When did she become a ginger? They've they've adjusted this picture so badly, but the Sussex Detective Agency came right behind and said, took this. So you see the picture on the right side where you remember when Space, I think she tripped and he just kind of stuck his arm out, not really to grab her, but like, ooh, and that's the same car. hmm Look, hand gesture, all that. So somebody, superimpose, flip it around, and do it all that you can do with the Photoshop. But anyway, she's not ginger, and in this picture, she looks ginger, and so y'all need to cut it out, cut it out, cut it out, cut it out. If she can stand outside a hospital for after immediately giving birth, then she could have, waved to 10 people that might have been outside the hospital as she got into an SUV and they drove away. Just saying. Now, this I named Meet the Future King. Meet the Future King, y'all. So, GB News, Queen Camilla picking her son for latest project sparks fury over shameless move. Maybe shameless for y'all, but you should know she has no shame. The woman has not an ounce of it. So, meet your future king. Because the way things are looking, one never knows what might be coming down the pike. She be done shifted that whole Windsor line right on out of the picture. Well, would have served Chuck right. Now this one I chuckled when I read it because let me just say Martin Bashir is like FAFO. I'm not playing with you all. So Martin Bashir, BBC releases 3,000 emails about Princess Diana interview scandal. Scandal? But 3,000 emails? That's a whole lot of emails. That's a whole lot of emailing for a whole lot of people not to have known what was going on and someone not to have said anything if he was really as bad as y'all say. So I'm just FAFO. This is all I call it because okay. A squatty put this together and I had to laugh because this is how everybody is that's probably how they're feeling over there. Our bad. We didn't see this coming. So you know how they do that placard, so to speak, outside when there's announcements like birth announcements, etc. Okay. Whew. Alrighty then. So Lady in Black's got a lot more folks. It seems like each and every day the list just keeps growing and growing. And she doesn't mind one iota. hmm hmm Royal family. Now, Lord of mercy, if the one that looks like this, whew, really did. I'm just gonna move on from that. I'm gonna jump into comments. Oh, first, let me do this. Okay, so Kivia, thank you, 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 thank you for the Cash App that you dropped on me just as I was getting ready for trash time. So this is for Kivia. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you, Kivia, so very much. Okay, now let me get into comments. Let me see what shenanigans y'all are getting up to over her. Because I know you are. Oh, Kat, 21 months of membership. Oh, thank you so much. Keep up the great work. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the continued support. All right, so my channel members are just awesome folks. I highlighted 3 comments as I was going through the comments while the intro was playing. So, Rafaela, I saw this because this was your first. You would and by the way, you were the first comment, so thank you, ciao. So, or I should say, grazie. What is that squad time? Are you talking about for channel membership? So there's 2 different tiers: the Sussex and squad time. So squad time is $9.99. Sussex is $1.99 a month. Well, and that's US dollars, so I'm not sure what it would translate to you, but that's what squad time is. Okay. Yeah, that was the first tier that I created when I got channel members. Okay. Annie, a palace source, confirms allegedly Kate is out of the clinic/hospital and resting in the Tower of London. Y'all is so bad with that. I saw so many comments coming down saying the Tower of London. Oh, Carol. You can see all the lies that they're putting out there. Why would 2 so-called senior royals be in the hospital right around the same time? What if something happened to them both? Well, only the one would really matter. And I'm not trying to throw shade. The current monarch going in should have caused pause for everybody. I mean, but then they said nothing was going on, just, general procedure for the nether region. Okay. He came out all smiles. I guess that pressure is off, nevertheless. So for the other, mm, well, yeah, it's just the whole announcement. If it was scheduled, she could have went in. We don't see her on a daily basis anyway. She could have went in. We would have never known. And then when she showed up in a few months, we would have been like, oh, okay. Let's see what's different about her. Not much. Okay. I mean, if her eyes got rearranged a little bit, that's a little different. But mm, yeah, it's just, I'm just going to come back on over here. Woo! All right, let me go back up in the comments a little bit and then work my way down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Francesca says, agreed, kids. But what if William did something to her and if the truth was revealed, William is toast. Well do, well do. Oh, sweet karma. See, that's almost like swing low, sweet karma. Coming forth to carry you home. Okay, I'm just saying. That would be what the Lady in Black sings to William. Let me move on. CR, it's so transparent, but they're playing to an audience of stupid crown critters. Will do. Well, and the rest of us are like, no, 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 that doesn't make sense. The math is not mathing. But they're going to FAFO. They really are. This is going, yeah, the blowback. It's not going to be what they expected. Lottie, but guess what? They are protecting Kate Middleton by picking on Meghan and Harry. Yeah, which they've done for nearly 8 years now. So I'm just glad they hadn't made any trips over there because, Lord, can you imagine the headlines? Oh, they upset her so badly and oh, blah, 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 blah. Can't put it on them because they were elsewhere. CR, they can't admit it because, oh, I think I read this because confirming Meghan did have suicidal thoughts because of them and they purposely chose not to help her. Well, we're all going to remind them, are we not, CR? We're going to remind them over and over and over again. Okay, she's still asleep. My phone vibrated and was on the table here. Okay, Sussex Love, how are you? Did Peggy put Kate out? Well, dude. Well, she might have put her own self out, but I don't know. Mhm. Lottie, remember that I see your comment, and I'll just say, because you asked, could he go to jail? They're above the law, so no. He's a royal. Is his uncle in jail for the shenanigans he was doing? Not even allegedly, because it was a settlement. Okay, let's move on. Sussex Love again. Proof of life video for Kate. Yeah, well, something. Holding the 1, the 2, the 3 kids, something. Sitting on the bed. I mean, if she's supposed to work from bed, she's well enough to at least show that she's okay. Get on a Zoom call, buzz into a charity. They'll screenshot it and share it. Gwen says, and could care less about either one. That part. Okay. Vanjie, how are you? Hi, Sussex fam. Everything Harry said in his book and Harry and Meghan said in the documentary is being shown to be true. Yes. And even the Oprah interview, let's not ever forget that because that sent them on a tailspin over there. Lord have mercy. Let me see. Diane says, whatever Carol, that lady who baked the tragic wedding cake, still wants her money. Woo. Let's move on. Are you kidding me? CR says, yes, Diane. It's been 13 years and she has yet to pay the cake lady. What? Wow. How did they get a cake out of anybody else when the others married? Pippa and the other. the son. Kim says, "Well, the Unroyals wanted more Frogmore. Oh, Frogmore, Lord of mercy, front page coverage than the Sussexes. Now they have it. Yeah. So seeing headlines or information about Adeline Cottage, and you know what? I had all these things in my phone. Did I share them? No, because I forgot to email myself. So I'll have to do it. Let me see. I'll have to do it tomorrow because I had a whole bunch. It's probably best if I don't share these until tomorrow. Yeah, trash time. We'll have a few more items. Um, that's true, Gwen. CR, they're nothing but grifters. Yeah, they always want to call Harry and Meghan grifters. So much not the truth, but deflection. Anything they put on Harry and Meghan, just understand, in my opinion, it is truly what that family is. Someone in the family specifically, but they won't say the exact person, but you usually can tell whomever the mouthpiece that's telling it all. Lady T says it appears they really want to put it out there. The British media is either really tripping or being beyond their normal disgusting self. Yeah. And I do hope that whatever the truth may be, and announcements are made that U.S. media will not engage or pay any of those so-called experts to be on because they all lied. They lined up and lied. Now they'll say, "Oh well, we didn't know." Well, do you do any investigation? You seem to know the dirt on this one or that one. Although, how do you know? Mhm. Hacking phones. Let me see. When these people will do absolutely anything to make Kate look good, but it doesn't make her look good. It really doesn't make her look good. Okay. Hey, Compton Kelly, that was my ASMR. Okay. Sussex Love says powers that be seem to have it in for the Duchess of Sussex. Yeah. And her ancestors are going to give it right back to them times 100. hmm So the powers may be think they got it over about you. You're seeing some of that play out right now. Y'all keep on F around. You F around, you're going to find out. Ancestors not playing. Kim is like, yes, the Sussex Squad Detective Agency does keep receipts. Yes. Years of receipts. And if we have to go find something pre Megan, we will just to prove the point of you said this back then. Now you're saying this now. Which one is the truth? So as you know, they were a little on the cray cray side even before Megan. They just were given the true um, green light to really try to get Megan out of there. CR says, just like the derangers say, the sex children aren't real because they there aren't recent pics. Then Kate was never at the hospital since there weren't pics. Yeah, that's what many of us are saying. Hey, Nisi. Um, I mean, C Mac, that Sea Biscuit is taking that house of Windsor down. Yeah, they should have let her marry Chuck Chuck way back in the day because she seemed to be like, oh, okay. Now, what people should be wondering, can we have DNA tests done? It don't matter who you're married to. We need who you were married to. We need to have just to see. Because if he is the son, would it matter now that the parents are married? I'm really being silly. Don't pay me no attention, y'all. Pay me no attention. But Game of Thrones, she studied that. She studied that show. Yes, she did. She studied that show. Little Mac, the level of weird explanations and obvious lies make me really worried about Kate and what is happening inside those palace walls. Well, don't worry too much. I mean, as I said, the ancestors are unleashing. She really did nothing to help or to stop all the craziness. Mind you, Maybe she couldn't, but there's ways. There's back signals. When it came down to Botox, they found a way to correct a story, get a story corrected. Mm. And, um, Space might have played his, just yeah. Mm, mm-mm. I don't think he plays poker. And I'm going to leave it that alone. Let's see. Lottie says Harry told William about Camilla, but he didn't listen. Yes, Camilla's son will be the future king. Camilla won't get rid anything that's attached. Oh, won't wants to get rid of anything that's attached to Princess Diana. Well, but history will write her as such. The other woman who kept hanging around and waiting for others to just drop off, and then eventually, wore down the old lady and older man, the queen and Philip, and got permission. His queen didn't want nothing to do. You remember we heard all those headlines that, not to even be in the same room with her. So yeah, she's probably fulfilling a vendetta that goes back, way back. Tier says they are trying way too hard to convince the public about the mystery of Kate leaving the hospital. Too hard. Um, they would do the little blue pill justice if they, on the hardness. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Alita, do you think William went to the hospital to get non-medical personnel to sign NDAs? They're probably part of their. I'm sure that the team that works with the Royals are usually probably signed to that. So thank you, TBTB. No pics. It didn't happen. That's basically how I feel. Cookies and cream. My manager. Mrs. VS, you're the greatest client ever. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Uh, ooh, Gwen, they're making crazy Kate look even crazier. Okay. We saw some signs. We were all asking questions, but we just couldn't put things together until now. Because again, I go back to the Chris. Well, a lot of people were talking about those two fingers that were always band-aid together and all that other stuff. But what got me was the Christmas card. That was so unsettling. Like, what the heck? Like, I say this, and it's just a statement because y'all have heard it before. Only a crazy person would have done that. And I think I said that at the time. Seems some words are coming true. Woof. Um, Marshar, hey, Mark Bashir is saying, hell no, y'all ain't blaming this brown boy for your shit. Diana freely told me, and what she told me, she wasn't tricked, and at least 3,000 emails were sent on it. Receipts, exactly. I saw that number. I said, my God. Hopefully, anybody that has any dealings with them knows you better keep receipts. You send something, I don't care if it's text, WhatsApp, email, whatever. Keep your receipts because they will come in handy one day. Ooh. I don't know what you're referring to, Lottie, but didn't you see Camilla out there shaking hands and grinning? William is next in line. Where is he? Where was she doing that? Outside the hospital? They actually did a walkabout outside the hospital. I hope they were getting in their car and just going about their business. Okay. Um, Martine, they didn't need to make any announcement about Kitty. Her being MIA is normal. Okay. That's what I was saying. They made more of an issue out of something that nobody was checking for her because we don't see her like that. It would be different if she was out and about every single day or every week and then suddenly went dormant. And it's not during the holiday season, when they go away on vacation to their ritzy places. At least he does. I don't know if she was. Okay. Tier says Camilla's son has a new role. Next, he will be knight. And I'm just saying, well, uh, introducing the new king. I saw that picture, and that's the feels that I got from it. Mhm. Gwen is saying, Lottie, he can't stay out of the rose bushes. Well, well. Kim is saying, via Salty Island is mad because Harry and Meghan went to the Living Legend, and Harry and Meghan had the nerve to party in Jamaica with Marley's. The PM welcomed them wholeheartedly. Yes, well, only Harry went to the Living Legends. But yes, we didn't see them party, but I'm sure they did. And I know they ate well because while they're there, because come on now. Mm, mm, mm. Good spicy food. Woo. Mm. Dolores, how are you? Okay, British media keep putting out articles about William being angry and every other word associated with anger. It makes people feel it got a hold of him again. Well, I mean, I don't think it ever let go. They've had these incandescent with anger headlines for the longest time, and we know he put his finger in Meghan's face. She politely told him to get his finger out of her face. Ooh, child. I just think if that was anyone else from the comments that are in this chat, from any of these lovely squatties, I do believe ooh, it truly would have been a different outcome for him. Mhm. He needs to find his life, start living his truth, and stop being nasty, mean, and angry all the time. Because I believe Baron mentioned this last night, or it was another content creator, so forgive me if it wasn't Baron, but that walk that time in the park when the person was so frightened by his reaction, by Space's reaction to just coming upon him. I'm doing a walk. You're out here. And the person, let me tell you something. I still say that that person missed seeing something that probably would have truly been life changing. All right. Let me come on over here. Let me come down. Look at this. Let me see. Alita saw a pic of Andy preparing for trooping with his uniform on. Is that coming up? I thought that was in April or May. I can't. Oh, and in fact, yeah, tomorrow's another royalist taking a break. Went on a trip. Edwina. Yeah. So there's a lot going on over there. They could leave Harry and Meghan out of the ish that's going on over there, but I'll have that for trash time. I'll drop it to the channel members when the live stream so you can see it if you haven't already. But let me see. Kim says, this is giving me Princess Charlene and Monaco vibes. After looking despondent, she was missing for months at a time. She's back now. Prince Edward is a piece of work. He and Willie have a lot in common. I mean, folks been saying that, Edwina has been looking sickly, so I don't know. But I guess he said, let me get out of Dodge, get out of the way, step aside. Blue draws. Allegedly, the only thing space is overseeing is the building of a lifelike robot of cosplay, allegedly. I'm so done with you, Blue draw. Let me come on over here. Woo! Diane gonna run down this timeline. Billy shouldn't only get what's coming to him if he had a part in Kitty's vanishing. Now y'all behave with all this. All of that family, Sandra Gim, Christmas, were complicit and rats scattered fast, but now coming home to straighten up lies. Yeah, but they can't get their ish together. I'm sure one palace tells one thing, just like how the media is being all over the place. Yeah, because now is the time to really drop some gems here and there, and especially if they drop it to other media outlets in Europe, outside the UK, to kind of keep folks scurrying. hmm Kid says this. Ooh, sorry about that. This is karma and Princess Diana's spirits unleashing all the bad energy since royal family did nothing to protect herself Listen, they didn't protect Diana, number one. So I'm adding that part. Protect Prince Harry, Princess Meghan, Prince Archie, Princess Lilibet, and Mama Doria. Number one on that list, they didn't protect Diana. And yeah, the karma coming for it. Just that situation alone. Ooh, child. Mhm. Hey, Connie Balmer, how are you? Let me see. Let me go. All right, I see a couple of comments over here. Oh, I got Alan and Lady T. Let me see. Okay, you never know these two. They can zing me right at the end when I'm like, oh, I didn't read that whole thing. All right, so Alan is saying, thank you for the super sticker. Mm. Are we sure it was hands Camilla was shaking? She is popular with those old men. I am done with you to the corner, Alan. Okay, Lady T, thank you very much for the super sticker. You say, my hands are rated ER for every royal. They all can get it. I love it. Okay, this is for the two of you. Thank you very much for the love. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Mwah. Mhm. Thank you both so very, 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 very much. Okay. Whew. My gosh. Y'all really? Let me look at the time. Woo, I'm almost at an hour. My gosh, y'all didn't tell me I was over. Okay. Ba-bum, ba-bum, bum, bum. Martine said the royal family has been disappearing and replacing people for centuries. Ooh, allegedly. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, CJ. UK has a huge what is this? Data confidentiality for everybody? No one can get your hospital information. Hmm. Oh, is that for health? Huge health data confidentiality? Well, I mean, the same is somewhat true here in the US, but you know, mhm. They didn't have to announce anything, and then none of us would be looking at them side eye today. Okay. Because it's not making any sense. Lottie, where is PM? Why haven't he said anything about Kitty being in the hospital? Don't the royal family tell him everything? You know he's scared. He's scared right now because of the situation with the phone hacking. And the judge saying that it really should be criminal. So him scared. He don't want to. He's just waiting to see. He hasn't got his marching papers yet. And he knows he gonna stay clear of that. Use Blue Rose cosplay's brother has mental illness. Is it possible that she does as well? Well, it could be. But she had her in space have the heads together, and there was another one where people could text in. Because you remember Megan attended all the pre-meetings, pre-launch meetings, and then when it was launched, Space was there giving a little speech. Sir, you did nothing but just show up. Okay. I can't think of the name of it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right. Marshar is saying, truthfully, my third eye doesn't see Cromilla's son as king. If these were days of old, he would have been sent to the tower. One way or another, William will have done that, at least in my opinion. Well, Marshar, you know how those situations would sometimes blow back at the person who was planning to get uh, the other first. Mm. All right. I'm going to. Oh, Rafaela. Thank you so very much for the super sticker. Grazie, 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 grazie. Thank you. Okay, this is for you. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Grazie, grazie, grazie. Okay. All right. Let me jump back to comments. Let me look at this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and woo! Hey, Spottum, how are you? I'm getting ready to call it a day, and Bid y'all farewell. Let me see. Lottie, isn't Camilla's son and William brothers? Listen, I'm not fooling with you. Not fooling with you. Not Lottie. Now, I might put you in the corner for the next live stream. Compton Cali, come on now. Give the alleged child of Chuck and his horse a blood test, Jesus. All right. Whew, can't trust y'all. Y'all just coming for it. Here we go. Yeah, that part. Kid said it right. But Carmilla will always be known as the side piece. Yeah, I don't care what she says, does, whatever. She's always going to be. And that would, if she tried any type of true power play, getting your son in the door and knighted and all that, okay. But if she's got more lofty ambitions, phew, that whole country's going to go into turmoil. And ooh, as long as we sit back over here, especially those of us in the U.S., and we truly protect, circle those wagons up just as tight around Montecito, we'll be good. And on that note, I'm going to leave this comment up as I hit the outro. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all who joined. Please remember to hit the thumbs up before you close out the stream. Drop a comment, say hello. If you're a deranger, well, be prepared. And whew, we shall talk tomorrow for Trash Twisted Trash Thursday. Love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed it. See you soon around the YouTube halls. Bye.